have to tell you people that despite being one of Dennis's cousins, this story is true. It happened firsthand. I know the couple involved in the story. It is just totally unbelievable. First of all, it's unbelievable what this family went through. It's also unbelievable what the final outcome of the story is. And it's continuing. This gentleman I work with every day. In fact, when I see him every morning, it's like, what happened next? What happened next? It is just totally unbelievable. I'm going to read from the email that I sent to Daniel because I can't miss any of this. It's just so unbelievable. And again, this story is 100% true. The story is told to me from a longtime associate whom I've known for over 20 years. It is about his wife, Sandy, and Jeff, the gentleman I know. Jeff is a construction plumber, a God-fearing sinner like all of us. I tried to figure out a way to shorten it, but I can't, so here it goes. In 1995, Jeff's wife Sandy was in a terrible automobile wreck. Sandy's major injury was to her leg and ankle, which was horribly shattered. The kind of the screws and plates and things needed to make the repair. While the doctors were able to save the limb, it left her in almost constant pain. As the years passed, the pain grew worse, and then osteoporosis set in, making a full recovery from her injuries all but impossible. With the constant pain, and as one often does, we change our walk and posture in an attempt to minimize the discomfort. Of course, this led to back problems. As told to me by Jeff, at times the pain was so severe that she contemplated in having her lower leg amputated in hope of relieving this pain. The pain and the pain medications were having such a devastating effect on Sandy that she was forced to retire from her job with the West Perry School District. In 2006, just to make things interesting, she suffered a brain hemorrhage, which put her in the hospital for many months, and at some times we weren't even sure she was going to make it back. So in the meantime, in the summer of 2007, a longtime friend came to visit. They were planning to go out shopping, Sandy and this friend of hers. Now, part of the story is that this friend who was coming to go shopping with her, her husband had just committed suicide, like 2 weeks before. So this whole big story is just unbelievable. So as they were preparing to leave, they got in the car, and as they got in the car, and not Sandy, but the friend was driving, because Sandy was still unable to drive because of her injuries and all the medication she was taking. The friend puts the car in reverse, puts her foot on the gas pedal, suffers a major heart attack. The car flies full bore across the field, down the driveway, about 100 yards over into a farmer's field, above an embankment, where the Carr family came to rest, and that's where the friend passed away. All true. All true. As Sandy's condition worsened, pain management doctors implanted a nerve simulator in order to help alleviate the pain. As you might imagine, the strain of the good leg had become ever greater, requiring surgery to repair the stress placed on it. The doctors stressed that this was not an option and surgery was absolutely required. So the surgery is done, and now Sandy is forced to be almost immobile in rehab. Sue, a person from the church she attended, decided to take a special interest in their plight and volunteered to visit daily and help whenever they could. She would help clean and do laundry and make meals and stuff. This visit was looked forward to, especially since they lived in a rural area of Perry County, and Jeff, away at work, it was comforting to know that somebody was there keeping watch. One day, the much expected visitor failed to arrive. Another day goes by, and no help. Becoming worried, Sandy decides to call around to find out if something may have happened to her. Phone calls to the home went unanswered. Fearing the worst, Jeff drove by the house to find the car missing and no signs of the lady friend. A couple of more days pass, and finally a phone call from Sue is received. She had driven herself to the hospital, to the Carlisle Hospital with chest pains. Upon examination, she received 3 stents. She told them not to worry and she would see them soon. Well, as you know, modern surgery and medicine does not keep one in the hospital for any length of time, and she was soon out and about. About a week after her release from the hospital, she stopped at Jeff's and Sandy's house. She sits down and asks Sandy if she is strong in her faith in Jesus this day. Sandy says yes. And again she repeats the question, Sandy, is your faith in Jesus really strong today? Sandy again assures her it is. The friend then goes on to explain that since her surgery and stay in the hospital, she now has visions. I don't know about you, but sometimes when people tell me that they have visions, I say, okay, we have visions, all right, we got little. But the one sister's got visions. She says that she sees things. She goes on to say that she saw that Sandy's pain will leave her and that she will be pain-free. Of course, as many of us would do, she nods in polite agreement. The friend becomes adamant and says again that she will be pain-free. At this time, she insists that Sandy remove her cam shoe. A cam shoe is a device that she wears to help with the pain management and to help stop stress factors that have plagued her, mostly because of the osteoporosis. Sandy, not wanting to offend, starts to remove the device. At this time, according to Jeff, Sandy starts to shake all of a sudden, for an instant, like something has hit her. Sandy removes the device and says to Jeff that the pain has gone. The friend then goes on to say that Sandy's parents already know that Sandy's pain has gone. True. Can you imagine what they were thinking? With the woman, Sue, still in the house, the phone rings. It is Sandy's mom. She wants to know what is going on and how Sandy is doing. Jeff's only explanation is that at that instant, the Holy Spirit had took her pain away. This was on a Saturday. And on that very next Sunday, Sandy was able to attend church for the first time in years, wearing regular shoes to church, without the aid of crutches, and walked to the front of the sanctuary to receive communion with no pain. There are miracles every day. Now, as we speak, since this was a number of months ago, they have tried to take Sandy off her pain medications and reducing her pains. Of course, this has now required other things to pop up. She now has her back pain back, which she hasn't had for a while, and she's looking for surgery now to recover to help with her back pain. But this is a true story. I work with the guy every day. So God is at work, and there are miracles every day.
You took the words right out of my mouth. God is at work and has done and is doing miracles among us. We need the eyes to see them and recognize them and celebrate God's goodness. We serve an amazing God. Many people, even in Iconium, seeing the miracles, still denied the gospel. And they still wanted to stone and kill the apostle Paul and Barnabas. It's amazing to what length people will go to keep themselves blinded from the truth. It's our job to get out there and shine so bright that it's hard to deny God's truth, God's power, and God's love. This is just one story. We've all got stories to share. Let's get out there and make a difference for the glory of God. Will you pray with me?